Ahsoka Tano has found her way back to the world of Coruscant. The city-sprawled planet that was once the beacon of the Republic has now been transformed into the hotbed of the Galactic Empire. All throughout the streets, replays of the Emperor's message to the galaxy are blasted to remind those of his goal for a society that is safe and secure. Though with the clone troopers at their backs, no one feels any ounce of safety. Ahsoka bears her cloak as she traverses the upper levels, headed to the location that Senator Organa had given her. She was stunned to see that it was nothing like the stately residence provided to senators and representatives during any stay here. It was slightly run down, and the man who let her in showed much paranoia in doing so. Though she couldn't blame him for being paranoid, she just wondered why it seemed Bail was. He was headstrong, resilient, and passionate about his stance in the galaxy. It wasn't until she arrived that she realized why the secrecy was being displayed. Sitting in the room was not only Senator Organa, but Mon Mothma from the world of Chandrilla and many other senators from throughout the galaxy, all engrossed in what appeared to be a serious conversation. Yet, it halted at once when their attention turned to Ahsoka. Senator Organa made sure the Jedi felt welcome as he announced her. "My friends, this is one of the Jedi that I was able to establish contact with, Ahsoka Tano. Trust me when I say, she's very capable of..." Ahsoka, as respectfully as she could, interrupted the introduction for Organa. "If I may, Senator, I am no longer a Jedi, and I was hoping to speak with you a second before we get into any of this." Bail turned to his contemporaries, who were all a bit dumbfounded by Ahsoka's request. Bail, nevertheless, honored the young woman as they both stepped aside for conversation. "I'm really sorry, Senator. I don't know what's happening here, but I can tell you exactly what's happening here. These are all senators who feared what Palpatine had been doing over the past few years, and what's happening here is vital to saving the Republic we once knew." Bail was completely sold on the idea of uniting the few good souls he trusted to rally against this new empire. Ahsoka, on the other hand, just didn't have it in her to become engrossed in another war, at least not yet. "I understand that. Your cause is just. I've seen firsthand what can happen on Mandalore, but I'm in no state to help you. I'm just looking for Anakin or Master Kenobi." Tano hated saying this as she feared it would come over as her abandoning old friends, but Bail already knew the risk that would come in planning a revolt so soon. "No, I understand. I haven't heard anything from Anakin, sadly, though I had established contact with Master Kenobi." Bail then leaned in closer, evident that what he was about to say was far more secretive than anything else. "He's gone to see Padme." Something was clearly weighing heavy on his heart. Ahsoka took a step back as she realized this had to be about Anakin. "Thank you, Senator. Maybe one day I'll join you, but right now, I understand. I wish you luck in your journey, my friend. May the Force be with you." Senator Organa stepped away as he once again enveloped himself in the conversation among his fellow senators. Ahsoka watched as she exited, stunned to see what the galaxy was starting to become. Now she made her way to where Padme lived, assuming that Obi-Wan had already made it there. She felt this trembling begin inside her, based in complete fear of Anakin's whereabouts. She couldn't sense him, and so far no one had seen her former master since the apparent fall of the Republic. She prayed to whatever entity listened that Obi-Wan would have some answers. When she arrived, she saw that Obi-Wan was already speaking to the former Queen of Naboo, who she noticed was pregnant. She couldn't hear exactly what they were saying, but could feel the immense weight of their conversation. Soon, Padme collapsed in tears as Obi-Wan made way to a shuttle that was docked on the balcony. She shouted, "Wait!" as both Obi-Wan and Padme turned to see the former Padawan of Skywalker. Padme, who appeared to be completely distraught, exited as Ahsoka attempted to console her, but Obi-Wan advised against it. She's just learned a terrible truth. I fear it's also what you're searching for. Obi-Wan watched over the city skyline as Ahsoka said exactly what he expected. Where's Anakin? Those words pierced his heart as he found himself having to explain yet again to someone who cared for his Padawan deeply. There was an attack at the Jedi Temple. Master Yoda and I ventured there in hopes of finding survivors. If not survivors, at least some answer to what has happened. I found some answers, but it only brought pain. Did Anakin survive? Was he at the temple? Ahsoka. Anakin led the attack. He's fallen to the dark side. I've seen it all happen. Ahsoka froze. Her heartbeat slowed as shock filled every inch of her person. Anakin Skywalker, the one person who she trusted more than anyone, had turned to the dark side. This must be wrong. Where is he? I felt the same as you. But there is no hope. I haven't a clue where he is, but I do have an idea. Ahsoka was set to ask what his idea was, but she gathered some inklings about exactly what that plan of his entailed. Senator Amidala, I saw she's pregnant. That means Anakin is the father. She had the smallest inkling of happiness that was greatly overshadowed by disappointment and regret. A regret for leaving Anakin a year ago. You think she knows where Anakin is? I do, but I can't let her know what I'm set to do. What exactly are you set to do? Ahsoka eased this question out. I'm sure you already know the answer. We must destroy the Sith now, even though I fear it may be too late. Master Yoda is on his way to face Sidious now. Ahsoka stood silent for a moment, then spoke. I'm going with you. You aren't ready for this. Your relationship with Anakin would cloud your judgment, and yours wouldn't. Ahsoka snapped back. She was determined to bring her master back into the light. Obi-Wan knew that Ahsoka wasn't going to relent on this. He nodded his head in approval as the pair set out to find Anakin by means of his concerned, terrified wife.